In physics, you must have read Newton's first law, that if any object is in motion, it will remain in motion, or if it is motionless, it will remain at rest, until an external force is applied to it. So, if it's moving, it will stop, and if it's at rest, it will start moving. Now, remember this principle while watching this video. All the points I'm going to discuss today. In the end, all the links will connect one by one, and your mind will open up. I promise, this video could be your last video. After this, you won't need to watch any more of these types of videos. Just look at the length of the video. You'll understand. But still, many over-smart people will leave the video halfway, saying, "Brother, we already know this." But wait, what happened? Has anything actually happened in your life? Knowing things isn't enough. You've watched countless videos so far, but has anything truly changed? To bring about a significant transformation, you need to dive deep, go to the root of the problem. Just knowing things superficially won't help. If all you want is to know things, keep doing it. But remember, there are millions of videos online. Go ahead, watch more. Estimated construction costs for building camp. Now, for the serious people, this next 15 minutes is going to be pure practical gold. The first point. If you believe that you haven't achieved anything significant in life yet, that all your dreams and goals are still incomplete, and when it comes to working on them, you feel demotivated, lazy, or procrastinate, do you know the core reason for this? It's because you've given yourself options, like the people in the 99% cornered off in their jobs, rather than growing wiser in their careers and changing yourself, fulfilling your goals. It's just an option for you. Oh, there's no rush. We'll do it later. There's plenty of time, but look at the people in the 99%. What are they doing? They're living like this, keeping 50 cheap distractions at the center of their lives, and the valuable things, they're kept aside, rotting away with time. What's the center point of their life? They've normalized two things that seem normal, but really aren't. Look, if you go to any slum area, you'll immediately feel, how do these people live in this garbage? How do they survive like this? Yet, most people around you are living this way, sad, incomplete, but doing nothing about it. The way you are living may feel normal to you. You're sad on the inside, but when you see everyone else living the same way, you start believing that this too is normal. This is where Newton's law comes into play. Life is in motion, yes, but it's moving negatively. You're stuck in sadness, but it's happening by default, like inertia. I know this might sound bitter, but that's the reality. But don't lose hope, because we will use this negativity as fuel. You know the story of the Trojan horse, right? How people got trapped in its trap? I just watched the movie Troy, where the Greeks attacked Troy after the king of Troy eloped with their princess. They tried for months to break the fort's wall, but couldn't. So they built a huge, beautiful wooden horse and left it outside as a peace gift. The people of Troy, tired and believing in the peace offering, brought the horse inside. They didn't know that inside the horse, soldiers were hiding. At night, when they were asleep, the soldiers opened the gates, and the Greek army invaded. Troy fell. This is exactly how humans lose. We let beautiful, attractive things into our minds without realizing who's really hidden inside. And that's how we lose the battle of life. What you think is beautiful and attractive is actually your destruction. Another example, the Matrix movie. There's a scene where Neo, the main character, is walking through a crowd with his guide. He sees a beautiful woman and is immediately drawn to her. He stops, starts looking at her, and then looks back at his guide. The guide tells him, "Neo, where are you looking? Look again." When he turns back, the beautiful woman is gone, and in her place, there's an agent pointing a gun at him. The same thing is happening to you right now. Whatever destruction you find attractive is in reality trying to trap you. It's your enemy. So now you're probably thinking, okay, I've seen the reality, but what's the solution? Well, I'm going to share 3 things with you, whether you call them solutions or not. They will give you control over your life.
Number 1, warrior mentality. What the crowd does, it's predictable. Everyone's doing the same things. It's not big, not different. That's what the crowd does. A warrior, he doesn't follow the crowd. where the crowd faces difficulty, in doing good things, where most people give up. The warrior chooses to do that very thing. Take David Goggins, for example. Whatever his mind says, no, don't do this, he does it anyway. Exercise, bath, walk. Often without igniting any, he crushes his mind. Ignore all those useless things the crowd is doing. Everyone's doing the same things? Don't join them. Just because the crowd is doing it doesn't mean it's okay. When you live like them, no one takes you seriously. Why? Because you're part of the predictable, mediocre crowd. I've been there myself. Back in 2021, I was completely lost. I felt like quitting everything and going back to my old life. But I knew the crowd wanted me to be like them. To move ahead of 99% of people, you need to do what they can't do. The things that are hard for them. That's what you need to focus on. Let the difficulty fuel your growth. Start doing things that are difficult for others. Make it your identity. I am not part of the crowd. I am a warrior. Write down the qualities of a warrior. He never chases quick pleasures. He seeks long-term satisfaction. He wakes up early. He doesn't waste time on his phone. He works on his fitness.
And when others overthink and waste time, a warrior just takes action. He thinks less, does more. He doesn't waste time worrying about the what-ifs. Normal people seek comfort, and yet they live a sad life. But the warrior, he makes toughness his comfort, and lives every day with his head held high. Write down 5 or 6 things you want to do, and start doing them. The first few days will be hard. Resistance will be there. But once you gain momentum, it'll be easy. Inertia works on both sides. Whether you're sitting idle or you're hustling, you can develop a habit of either. A student who's used to studying can't waste time even if he wants to. But someone who wastes time all day can't focus on work or study. So can we enjoy working hard? Absolutely. We'll talk about that in point 3. But for now, write down 8 things and stick them somewhere. Declare, from today, I am Arjun. No more excuses. Feeling lazy to get up in the morning? Sleep earlier. Don't have money? Cut expenses and learn to earn. Is your health bad? Exercise. No time? Stop wasting it on distractions. Don't just say you couldn't, you didn't. Couldn't is just a sweet excuse. Didn't is the bitter truth. Accept that and take action. Before I share the second solution, let me help you with something else. It'll make everything easier. A warrior chooses whether to fight. He doesn't wait for life to drag him into the battlefield. You've heard it before. If you don't choose your sacrifices, life will do it for you. If you don't change with time, life will change you, and it won't be pleasant. Remember, the egg breaks when an external force is applied, but the chick breaks itself to escape. Great things always begin from within. So, choose to fight. Take control of your life and start your journey to greatness. Next, whenever you're about to make a decision, test it with time. Think about it this way. Scrolling, eating junk food, or engaging in instant pleasures, this gives you short-term joy, but the pain soon follows. On the other hand, things like studying, working out, learning a new skill, these are painful in the beginning, but the pleasure they give is long-term and lasting. Instant pleasure, delayed pain. But delayed pain leads to true, satisfying pleasure. Life is nothing but the result of millions of small decisions. So ask yourself, there are no miracles without the right medicine. You need both, surely. How can finding this balance